right, we're back and looking at the bottom of page 7, looking at subtraction with integers. So remember that we want to rewrite these as addition first, and that is going to make it a lot easier. And then once we've done that, we just follow the rules of addition. So for example, with this first one, so 35 adding the opposite of negative 17 is how I'm going to rewrite it. But when we take the opposite of something negative, that gives us a positive. So this really means the same thing as 35 plus 17, which would be 52. And they were both positive, so my answer is going to stay positive. With the next one, so change that to negative 5 plus negative 15. This is another one where we end up with both of them having the same sign. So if you rewrite it as adding the opposite, you can see that it's a little bit simpler than you might think, because we just are now go ahead and add those absolute values and keep that sign that's the same already. So we get negative 20. And then the one after that, so changing it to 50 plus negative 62. Now we do have two different signs, so we need to make that decision again, that, which one has the larger absolute value. So negative 62 would have the larger absolute value. So, off to the side, the absolute value of 50 is 50. Absolute value of negative 62 is 62. So that's going to determine that the sign will be negative. So over in my answer blank, I'm going to put my negative in there. And then I subtract those absolute values. Right? 62 minus 50, so we're going to get 12, but it is a negative 12 because the absolute value of the negative number was the larger of the two absolute values. And then we will look at some similar ones to these in class, either as a lecture portion or as part of our group. Then we are going to flip over to page 8 and just want to look at these couple that I have here at the top. So state at least 2 math code words or phrases that would indicate subtraction. So these are, those things that we've been hearing over the years, and there were some of them in our notes as well, but, things like difference, because we know that's the answer to a subtraction problem, minus, take away, subtract from, and we will get more into this further along in the semester, but these are things that are all going to be indicating subtraction as the operation that we're going to want to use to finish the problem. And that is going to tell us the same thing with this next one, with the moon here. So the temperatures on the moon range from negative 148 degrees Celsius during the night to 214 Celsius during the day. And we are looking at finding the difference between the highest and the lowest. So I'm highlighting those because those are going to be the most important words in setting this one up. So if I want to do the difference between the highest and the lowest, and then order is important with subtraction, but if it is written in this way, we are just going to say, all right, the highest one minus the lowest one. So the positive one is going to be the largest one, the highest one. So we would say 214 degrees Celsius minus the negative 184 degrees Celsius. And I'll want to rewrite that as addition. So that'll be 214 degrees Celsius plus the opposite of negative 184 degrees Celsius. So 214 plus a positive now 184 degrees Celsius. And they're both positive, so I can just add those absolute values. So off over here on the side, because I don't have my calculator handy, I'm going to just quick do that. All right, so 398 degrees Celsius is the difference between the highest and the lowest temperatures. And there will be one similar to this in Alex, so refer back to this when you get to that section. And that will do it for week 2, day 1. And I will finish this video up now, and I'll start a new one for day 2 of this week. Thank you.